So tell me, what is it actually like being a reflector? And also I would love to know, like, how did that information impact you to actually have that context of understanding?
Yeah. So being a reflector, I've reflected on this a lot. And really when I came into human design, it was in a space of like my own journey where I had the crazy like, life is so chaotic. Like, what am I doing? What is my purpose? What is my passion? Where am I in the world? So I had been navigating this, and I think all adults go through this kind of navigation of chaos where they're like, oh, I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm not quite an adult. I'm not, my life is changing. We all go through these changes in our lives. And for me, it was when I came back into, full-time adulting. I was traveling around a lot and experiencing and tasting life. And so I had this phase of like settling back into what does being an adult look like for me, and thinking I had to chase all of the answers outside of myself. And so I've been going on this massive journey of like trying to find the answer, what is the right way? What should I be doing? Who can tell me what this is supposed to look like and feel like and be? And I really came into human design when I was starting to allow the self-trust to kind of land, and for that self-acceptance of, there is no right way. Oh, it's my way. My way is the right way. And so
my life mission, my life motto. My way is the way.
My way is the right way. Everyone follow me now. No, but like your way is the right way, like realizing that we already have all of the answers that we need. We have the information within us to be doing what we get to decide what it is we should be doing and how it looks and how it feels. So when I came across human design, it was this perfect like transition into that truth.
Yeah.
Because all of this information felt so, it felt like home. It felt like it was, the words were activating something inside myself.
Yes.
And I think, I think human design's a perfect tool in that way because, we get to gather all of this information, and the parts that are for us will be the parts that activate us. They're the parts that land for us. And so, I loved human design because it was just another lens of all the information I already knew about myself in my heart.
Yes. From that perspective, though, of being the reflector, because I feel like, for me, having this kind of polarity and dichotomy of the defined centers and the undefined centers, I'm so acutely aware of which are which now and how the defined centers work, but also I know how I experience my openness, but I feel like it would be different to how you experience your openness because you only have openness in your chart. So where my openness feels at times, it can be the greatest cause of my conditioning or the greatest source of my inspiration or my liberation or whatever that might be, there is still that very strong difference in my body of what is defined and what is undefined. But I almost feel like, what I anticipate a reflector would feel like is that there wouldn't really be that sharp contrast because all the centers are open. So you're not as like hyper aware of like, my God, my undefined heart. You know what I mean? Like, so what is it like having all of them open? Like, how does that feel in your body?
Yeah, I think the visual that came into my mind then was like me riding this like rainbow of this like wave up and down and in this cyclical kind of version, because so for me, I feel like life goes in these births and deaths of this cycle that I'm going through. And with the reflector, we feel a range of experiences along the lunar cycle.
Yes.
So the 28 days, for me, I feel like it's a little bit longer, but I feel in my body a wide range of emotion on a cyclical basis.
Yes.
So I feel like the open centers for me are kind of this, well, they're all open, which we just kind of spoke about. But for me, that feels like I have these like waves of uncertainty, and then I will feel the knowing of certainty once it lands. So it's kind of like every kind of section and self-reflection in those moments is a bit of an adventure, is a bit of a journey. I can't just grasp the information and be like, yes, this feels right in my body.
Yeah.
I have to take that time to sit with it and reflect on it and understand how that information feels over a certain period of time. And I feel like I will know in my body when it's right, but I don't know when I'm going to know when it's right, if that makes sense.
And what I love about this like contrast as well is I feel like manifestors and reflectors are both on the like polar opposite ends of the scale. But I think what human design has given me the permission to do is move faster, but it's probably giving you the permission to move slower.
Massively, massively. And something that was a real beautiful gift for me in finding human design is that all of those parts of myself that I thought I had to change or grow in, not all of the parts, I mean, there's so much opportunity for growth in my in my lifetime, but all those parts that I thought was something I needed to fix were actually parts of myself that when I grew into them were actual gifts.
Yeah.
So, finding time for space in a decision and really stepping into the slowness of life has been a massive piece for me, especially this year. Everything feels like it's really slowing down for me. And, before human design, I was very fast paced. Everything was like quick. I was Energizer Bunny jumping into all these different experiences, and that's a part of my design as well. Tasting all of the different kind of pieces of the world, and but I was really missing that part of allowing them to integrate through that spaciousness. So I was gathering all of this amazing experiential life lessons and experiences, but it's been in this like realization of like, I get to kind of sit with this now, and I get to see how this feels in my body and see which parts are for me, and where I want to take this information and what I want to leave, what's not for me. And